Yazzo, what it do, man? Let's talk about it. Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis. Yeah, they're on the fire right now for bathing habits for their kids. Apparently, they don't bathe their kids all like that. They go days without doing it. They wait until they have visible dirt stains on them to wash them, give them a bath. Now, when I heard it, I thought that was disgusting. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I got 4 kids too, 12, 10, 5, and 3. So I know all about kids' hygiene, levels to it. Yeah. It's a constant, now mind you, it's a constant fight to get your kids to go take a bath and do all of that. But, you know, as parents, that's part of your job. You got to be on them about it. Now, I can understand a day, maybe, you know, life gets hectic, a hustle and bustle. Sometimes you be like, yo, let's go eat, go to bed. Take a shower in the morning, take a bath in the morning. But I don't intentionally wait until dirt stains is on them to give them a bath. Like, that's kind of excessive. That's kind of weird. Especially you're like when you hear like a Hollywood person talk like that, and it's like kind of like mind-boggling because you're like, yeah, all this money, these mansions, these cars, housekeepers, maids, and like, what's the issue? Like you don't even have to do it. You probably could get like a maid or something to go take care of it, or I don't know. People just be feeling like people think celebrities are on a higher, superior level to us because, you know, they have more money and wealth and all that. But the more they reveal about themselves, the more you see they are very weird people. They just weird. All these celebrities, they just strange people. They are. They are. So now I'm convinced if I go to a Hollywood party, half of them are probably going to smell. Yeah, they're probably going to have an odor to them. They probably didn't shower that day or they don't put deodorant on. No kind of cologne or anything like that. They just come out willy-nilly. But, you know, that's what they do. It is what it is, you know. I don't care about it. I just think it's disgusting. That's my personal opinion. And Cashapp and Kristen Bell, they co-signed it. They said they go 5-6 days without bathing their kids. They kind of wait for them to stink. They can smell them. And then that's their way of nature letting them know that it's time for them to clean up their act. I can't co-sign that at all, especially with kids, man. Kids are just dirty by design. They put things in their mouth. They're rolling around. They just because you don't see stains on them don't mean that they're clean. They don't even know how to wipe themselves properly. So it's always like on top of that, you go a day or two without doing that, they start getting little bumps and little rashes out the blue. It's just, yeah, you don't want to, that's what I got, This weird people. All that money, all the mansions, yo, that shit just like what? This is what you do with yourselves. But nonetheless, that's what they do. You know, they that's their children. That's the way they want to carry it. That's the way they want to do it. Like I said, I don't. Me agreeing with it or not is one thing. My personal opinion is I just think that's nasty. That's it. But that's not the worst part of the story. The worst part of the story is that they're facing all this backlash now because of it from the woke community. Now, these people aren't woke, right? There's a difference between being woke and not being able to sleep. That's the problem with them. They just can't sleep. 72 hours without sleep, you start hallucinating. That's a fact. You can look it up. Anything past that, your mind starts to go. You're gone. Your mind's gone. And that's the problem with these people. They're not woke. They just can't sleep. They haven't had a good night's sleep in so long that they've become crazy. They need melatonin in one of Mike's pillows. Yeah, a whole bottle of melatonin and a nice comfy pillow so they can just sleep, get some rest, man, for real. You guys are crazy. Yeah, they're facing backlash from the woke community, especially the black woke community, because I guess they're upset at the fact that they can go without bathing their kids, but they can't. I don't understand it. I'm going to show you the article I just found out about it. Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, here's the article. Why celebrities like Kristen Bell and Ashton Kutcher saying they rarely bathe their kids is being called a privilege. That's privilege. That's privilege to these people. That's what I'm saying. They're not woke. They're insomniacs. They haven't had sleep in so long that they're crazy. Because if you think that's privilege, you have to be insane. That's the privilege you want. You want to not bathe your kid. Don't bathe your kids then. You can have that privilege. It's easy. That's the easiest privilege you can get is not bathing your kids so you can be like them. What are we talking about anymore? These people, yeah, we got to start calling these people out and putting their information out there, so that way you know who these people are. That way, when you hear a quote from these people, you go, "Oh, that's what's her name?" Don't, yeah, she's nuts. Oh, he said that. Oh yeah, you can't listen to him. He's a weirdo. Which, yeah, they're upset about it. I'm gonna read some of these tweets. I'm not on Twitter at all, and this is for this exact reason why I'm not on Twitter. But Jemele Hill, she used to work for ESPN. She was an analyst. I think she got fired or she left. Whatever, they parted ways, and it wasn't on good terms either. Right? It wasn't to find, because she had a better opportunity or anything like that. She just, they parted ways. I'm starting to see why. I think she's a nuisance. To me, I think she's the type of person that finds racism in anything. She probably thought the coffee in the break room was racist because it's always black. Probably thinks the halogen lights are so white and bright that it's depressing her. She strikes me as that kind of person, but her tweet is, celebrity white folks bragging about not showering have the privilege of not worrying about stereotypes. They're inherently dirty. Black folks don't have that luxury. Most of us were raised to be obsessively clean because we always have to present well for white folks. I have no idea what she's talking about. No idea. I don't know how she was raised. I wasn't raised like that. My parents made us take baths because that's what you're supposed to do as a human being. You just take baths. Nobody wants to be around stinky people. Not just white. I don't think black people want to be around other black stinky people. I don't think Asians want to be around stinky Asians. Like, what is he talking about? But like I said, this is her whole purpose in life. It seems like it's just to talk about racism anywhere. You could turn anything racist at this point, and that's what it seems like. At this, like, she's just upset. Like, lady, if you got kids, you can do that with yours. I don't think nobody's gonna say anything to your kids if they come to school with dirt stains on their face. If you want to be like Ashton Kutcher, fine, go ahead. But why are you making it into a whole race thing and trying to say black folks and we ain't got nothing to do with this. This is you. This is your life. This is how you feel about this stuff. Keep yourself over there. We're over here. You're not with us. And another one, Joy Ann Reed. I think she's a something, but she replied to Jemele Hill, and as Jemele Hill pointed out, segregation included barring black folks from swimming in pools or at public beaches on the premise that we were dirty by definition. More of that race stuff wingers are burying. So when did it become rich kish to brag about family filthiness? It's never been cool. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't even think they were bragging about it. I think they were just having a conversation with one of their friends on their podcast, and this is just like casual talk to them. I don't think they said, I'm better than you because I don't have to bathe my kids every day. I can't help it, man. This shit is funny. It's hilarious. Jemele Hill responds again to put further context to the last tweet. The reason we all heard cleanliness is next to godliness growing up is because generation of black folks believe black people had to look, dress, and behave a certain way to gain white folks' respect. It was a method of survival. If this was true, lady, this was so long ago that you weren't even alive when any of this was happening, but you're still focused on it like as if it pertains to today. It does not. That is a personal choice what they're doing with their kids. I don't think it has anything to do with white supremacy or systemic racism. Like I said, I bathe my kids because I don't want they stinky asses on my couch. You feel me? I don't want to walk through my house and smell my son walking around. He's 12, trust me. I let him have it, bro. Go put some deodorant on right now. Yeah, I can smell your pits. Go, get some deodorant. You take a shower today? Take a shower first, then put the deodorant on. It's just common knowledge. It's nothing to do with racism and privilege and all this other crap. And like I said, if you want that privilege, do it. Don't bathe your kids. Don't bathe yourself. Just let the water run on you. Let the water run. Go out there. Don't put no deodorant on. Don't shave your armpits. Don't groom yourself. You're fine. Don't worry about it. And here's another one. Dr. Donna Austin, a doctor. You know how much privilege you got to have to get on the news and announce to the world that you don't bathe your kids all like that and not be the least bit concerned that CPS is going to deem you unfit and put your kids in foster care? Now, how extreme is that? What are you talking about? Do you know how dirty your kids got to be CPS worthy? Like, if you say your kids at school dirty, I mean, they have to like look like the Lost Boys from Oliver Twist or some shit like that. They just gotta Their clothes gotta be filthy. Holes in them, wingworms, just coal in the eye, nappy. Like they got to look really, really horrible for CPS to get involved. They're not calling CPS because your child might have a little odor or a little dirt stain. Yo, this is another example of these people. They have no idea how life really works in the black community. They're not in the black community. They base all their knowledge on movies, TV shows, and Twitter and Facebook and all that. That's all they base the information on. They're not actually around people in the community to see how it is. That's not why CPS gets called. And on top of that, if your child looks like that, I guarantee the house looks like that. They parents, yeah, that's a whole situation. It's a whole situation, not just the kids looking, having a little odor to them. These people take everything to the most extreme. And like I said, that's because they don't live in the communities. They don't know exactly. They don't have no idea what they're talking about. Another one. Don't school officials call CPS when kids aren't clean or bathe regularly? I don't think they'd share their nasty habits if they had to deal with mandated reporting. Another one. To the extreme measure of it. Now, I'm sure when Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are talking about their kids, having a little dirt, I know they don't mean that their kids are just, like I said, the Lost Boys on Oliver Twist. They're not like that. They might have a little smudge on their cheeks or their hands are dirty, so they're like, go take a bath. Not to the point where it's just, so CPS needs to be called. Oh, there's another one. If you're poor and black and don't watch your kids, you will be hearing from ACS with a quickness. But apparently that doesn't apply to everybody. You see how wicked these people are? They just, everything, you can turn anything into a race issue nowadays. But like I said, start looking at these people. Start seeing who they are. So that way when you do hear from them in the future, you be like, oh, that's, what's her name? She's a weirdo. Oh, that's, what's his name? Yeah, he's one of them. Because they're the reason why the country's in such a mess. Because if you take the time to focus on a story like this, you got some issues. Like I said, I heard about this article like a week and a half ago. And I read the article and I was just like, ugh, that's disgusting. Whatever. And I just moved on. I didn't take a second of my time to be like, oh, that is privilege and that's racist. How dare they not watch their kids? I got to scrub mine from top to bottom. Blah, blah. Like, whatever, dude. If that's what you got to do, then keep doing it. Or don't do it. Like I said, if you want your kids to be dirty and not take showers, fine. Fine. That's your right as a parent. That's your right. And don't put CPS into it like, or your kid go to school with a dirt stain on his forehead, they're just going to call CPS and take your kids away. It's more to it than that. But like I said, they don't know anything about the community. They don't live in it. They don't have any interaction with it. It's two worlds of black people. It's the ones that live in the community, and there's like the bourgeoisie types. And these are the bourgeoisie types. They don't really live there, but they talk like they know what's going on. But yeah, that's the story in the news right now. And like I said, these people like Jamel Hill and the Twitter types, they're ruining the country because they always do things like this. They just take little issues and try to make it into some big racial disparity, oppression thing, when it's definitely not. You're right as a parent to do what you want to do with your kids. But this was definitely not one of those situations. This is something that was being blown out of proportion. Just one example of many of how the Twitterverse, which is not the real world, just takes articles like this, takes stories like this, and just blow it out to boost up their agenda. But if you read the story, I'll put the link to the story in the description. This is a waste of time. This is a waste of everything. But I just found it interesting to want to show people what's going on. And as long as stories like this are being put out there, I'm just going to talk about it because I don't know if anybody else knows what's really going on as far as this. So if I do find it, you can get a good laugh out of it. You can get some information out of it, and you just keep your eyes open. Stay woke, because like I said, these people aren't woke at all. They're just they're just insomniacs. They really do need to get some sleep. Seriously, they do. But that's my time. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment. I hate being woke, and I'm out.